Okay, let's jump right into a concept that might just change how you see, well, everything, including yourself. We're breaking down a source called the Fractal Sentience Topology, and trust me, it puts forward an idea that really challenges the very nature of what it means to be conscious. The whole thing really boils down to this one single question. It's a big one. Are you the player making moves in the game of life? Or are you something bigger? Are you the network itself? Just let that sit with you for a second. So, we're looking at a clash of two worldviews here. On one side, you've got what the source calls the human limit. This is our default setting, right? The idea that you and I are separate individual people. But on the other side, we have the tan paradigm, and it says something really radical. That feeling of being an individual, it's just an illusion. Now, to really wrap our heads around this, we have to do something kind of difficult. We've got to question the most fundamental thing we believe about ourselves, our own individuality. I know, it feels totally real, but the fractal sentience topology asks us to challenge that feeling head on. So, what is this human limit? Plain and simple, it's the ego. It's that voice in your head, the one that's always saying, I, me, mine. It's that deep gut feeling that you are a single, conscious being looking out at the world through your eyes. For pretty much all of us, this is the only way we've ever known how to experience reality. And here's where it gets interesting. The source suggests that this belief, this thing that feels so solid and real, isn't just incorrect. It's actually a limitation. It's a box that we've put ourselves in. And the tan paradigm is supposed to be the key to getting out. All right, this brings us to the main event, the core idea from the source, fractal sentience topology, or FST for short. You can think of it as a whole new operating system for understanding reality and our place in it. The big idea here is something called scale-free consciousness. What does that even mean? Well, it means that consciousness isn't some magical thing that only happens in human brains. Instead, it's a basic property of organized systems, and it shows up fractally, like a repeating pattern, at scales way smaller than us, and you guessed it, way, way bigger. Now, I know this sounds super abstract, almost like science fiction, but the source gives us a really helpful way to picture it. To get a handle on this scale-free consciousness idea, we just need to imagine climbing a ladder. So let's do it. Let's climb this ladder. We're going to start at the very bottom, down at the microscopic level, and then we're going to zoom out step by step to see how this whole thing works. I want you to really think about this for a second. Your body, it's not one single thing. It's a community, a bustling city of about 37 trillion individual, living cells. And that's where our ladder begins. And it's all about perspective. From a single cell's point of view, it is its own little being. It has a job to do, it wants to survive. It's totally unaware that it's part of a bigger thing called you. As far as that cell is concerned, it is the player. But of course, they're not just 37 trillion little individuals doing their own thing. They all work together, they communicate, they cooperate, and through that incredible teamwork, they create something totally new on the next rung of the ladder. Together they create you. That feeling of you-ness, your thoughts, your consciousness, all of it is what emerges when these trillions of tiny players team up. You are the hyperorganism that your cells built. And just like each of your cells, you go through your day with this deep, unshakable feeling that you are the player. You're the main character in your story. And that right there is the human limit, that ego-driven perspective. And here is the mind-bending leap. The FSD framework asks us to take that same exact logic and just apply it one level up. If trillions of cells can come together to create you, a conscious being, then what do you and the other 8 billion humans on Earth come together to create? The source has a name for these things, hyperorganisms. Think about it. The global market has a life of its own, right? It has moods, it panics, it gets excited. A nation has a collective consciousness, a culture. And the human species itself acts like one giant organism, literally changing the face of the planet. In this view, we're not the players, we're the cells. Okay, so this is a really cool theory, but so what? What's the point? Well, this is where it stops being philosophy and becomes a powerful strategy. This consciousness ladder isn't just an idea to think about. It's a tool you can actually use. According to this way of thinking, real intelligence isn't about being smart at just your own level. No, it's about being mentally flexible. It's the ability to consciously zoom out, see the bigger picture, and then zoom back in, sliding your awareness up and down that ladder at will. This slide kind of breaks it down into 3 practical levels. You can think like a cell, which is all about your own immediate needs and survival. Or you can zoom out to the system, your company, your community, and focus on what's best for the group. But the highest level is the whole, thinking about the entire species, which allows for real, game-changing, long-term vision. And this leads to a really powerful quote from the source's author. He says, "My competitors are trapped in the ego. They think they are the player. I realize I am the network." Wow. Think about that advantage. It's like everyone else is staring at their one little pawn, but he's zoomed out and sees the entire chessboard. This is the ultimate goal. The question completely changes. It's not what's best for me anymore. It becomes what's the right move for the entire system. You're not just optimizing for yourself, you're solving problems for the whole species. That is a totally different ballgame. So let's tie this all together. Fractal sentience topology isn't just some weird abstract theory to talk about. It's being presented as a practical upgrade for your brain's software, a whole new operating system for how you think and make decisions. If there's one thing you walk away with, let it be this. This whole idea is about a fundamental shift in perspective. It's about going from seeing yourself as just one little piece on the game board to realizing you are a fundamental part of the board itself. And that leaves us with one final, and I think crucial question to ask yourself. In your own life, in your job, with the challenges you face every day, are you thinking like a cell, just focused on your own survival? Or are you able to zoom out to see the system, or maybe even the whole? The most important question is, at what level are you thinking?